Hey everybody, I'm Kim and welcome to Cooking School. You know what I have on my mind? Dinner! Today we're making beans and rice. Beans and rice, rice and beans, arroz con frijoles, whatever you want to call it. It's really delicious and a great recipe to have in your back pocket for life. Let's get started. For tools, you need a pot to make your rice, a frying pan to cook your beans, a stirring spatula, maybe a fork, a sharp knife, and maybe some measuring spoons to measure out spices. That's pretty much it. Toppings are completely cook's choice, and we'll talk about those options in just a minute. For the ingredients, I'm using black beans today, but if you don't like black beans, feel free to use kidney beans, pinto beans, whatever you like or what you have at home. Black beans are one of my favorites. And today we're using two 15-ounce cans of black beans. A little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic if you like, some oil, maybe some spices, and some rice. Today we're using long grain white rice and some salt. And then we'll talk about some of the toppings. Optional: avocado, tomatoes, grated cheese, cilantro. It's completely up to you. The first thing we do is get our pot on the stove over like medium-high heat. Ask for help if you need it. Put in a small amount of oil into your pan, tilting it a little bit to make sure that the oil is coating the surface, and add the rice. Stir until the rice is coated, and just let it toast. You might even see some of the grains of rice turning slightly brown. That's okay. And you might even hear a little pop, pop, pop. That's great. That means that the rice is doing its job. Then you add some water. And if the rice is hot enough from all that toasting, you're gonna hear like a sound, which is kind of fun and dramatic. So you add the water, you add a little bit of salt, and you bring everything to a boil. And you wanna make sure that it's actively boiling, like you see lots of bubbles all around. That's your cue to turn the heat down, cover, and set your timer for 12 minutes. Now, we can go and work on the beans while the rice is simmering. Okay, so for the beans, I am slicing about a half an onion, and I slice it into something called half moons, thin slices that look like a crescent shape. I have a little bit of garlic to the side that I slice thinly, completely optional, but we need to cook the onions and get them soft and maybe even a little sweet. So I bring my frying pan to the burner, to another burner, and I turn it on medium-high. I swirl in a little bit of oil, make sure the surface is coated, and I add the onion. I stir a little bit, and maybe even throughout the cooking, and let the onions start to just relax and get soft. This might take like 5 or so minutes. And once you get the onions to the texture that you like, then you add your spices. So today I'm using cumin, oregano, salt, and a little black pepper. You can change it up as you wish. So I stir the spices in with the garlic and the onion, and it might look a little pasty. Don't worry, this is good. We are seasoning the onions and the garlic. Then we add the beans. Just pour it all in, give everything a good stir, and bring it to a boil. And you want to see active boiling, just like we did with the rice. Once you see that, you can turn it down, maybe to like medium, even medium-low heat. You can cover it. Maybe cover it for 5, maybe while the rice keeps cooking, just keep it covered. When the rice is done, it still needs to passively cook. What the heck does that mean? What it means is we turn off the heat and we let the steam that's collected inside the pot continue to cook the rice, so absorbing all the water. So that can be done like over 5 minutes or so. So you've got still a few minutes that you can use to take the cover off of your beans and let them reduce and get a little bit thick. And then it's time to plate everything up. So what I like to do is start with my rice. I bring my rice over to my work area. I take a fork and I fluff the rice. And therein you can see all the grains of the rice. And then I spoon it up and put a mound in the middle of my bowl or plate. And then I top it with the beans however I like. It can be a round, it can be like a big mountain, whatever makes you happy. And then you've got all of the fixins. And it's kind of a fun thing if you're with, your siblings or other family members, because everybody can make their own bowl of beans and rice, right? So today we're doing the cherry tomatoes and cilantro and avocado and some grated cheddar cheese. What could be bad about that? So the only thing left to do is to give it a taste. So let me get my tasting fork and let's just make sure that everything is up to snuff, right? All right, we're all good. See you next time.